What up? It's your boy T-Bone reaction to today's Music Monday. By checking this video from the homie L-Train of Luke Kitchen, talk about how an obscure B-side became the most sampled song ever as well too though. Yeah, you know how many songs were the sample, many hip hop sample was the known sample, and well too. I think I did a video via what's his name, hip hop legend archives about one of the songs that was like heavily sampled as well too, and this could be one of the videos, one of the songs as well too. So without further ado, let's check out how an obscure B-side became the most sampled song ever. Let's get it.
You've heard this drum break before.
Is this one? Yep, I figured.
Even if you don't know its name. It's been sampled in thousands of songs across dozens of genres.
Time won't be in Compton. Yup.
But the drummer behind it, he died broke and uncredited.
Yup.
And the band that recorded it had no idea that they shaped the sound of hip-hop, jungle and beyond until it was way too late. And the crazy part, it started as a last-minute B-side in 1969. A quick feel to stretch out the track. But to understand how we got there, we need to rewind to late 60s DC, where a young interracial band was just starting to find their groove. Back then, DC's music scene was still deeply segregated.
In Washington, D.C., we still had white clubs and black clubs, but there were some white guys who had black guys in their band.
And that's how the Winstons came together. A rare interracial band who'd cultivated a tight sound. And at the center of it was Richard L. Spencer, a gospel-trained sax player and vocalist.
We were a hell of a group, man. You know, just the chemistry and everything was just perfect.
Night after night in clubs around DC, they built their chemistry, tightening up as a band and finding their groove together. And in 1969, they got their chance to record a single. The A-side was a heartfelt track that Spencer wrote called Color Him Father.
I think I'll color this man father. Color him father.
Oh yeah, I heard this song.
Love. Color him love.
But like every 45, it needed a B-side, something for the flip side of the record.
That was the only other pieces we had that you could call original. And the break part came by because we didn't have enough of the song. I had worked with some artists in Chicago, and this particular part of this drum beat had become part of the stuff we had done. So I said, well, why don't we just put this drum beat in? And that's basically how it happened.
That track became Amen Brother. Not long after that session, one of the bar owners they worked with stepped up to become their manager and began shopping that record around.
He sent it out to some companies, and nobody really was interested in it because it wasn't a danceable song. Metro Media was just getting into the record business, and they printed up about 1,000 copies of it, and basically it rolled around in the trunk of disc jockeys.
Initially, the track received almost no attention. That was until a desperate radio DJ gave it a spin.
Someone played it somewhere on some radio station. The guy had run out of stuff to play, found it in the trash can, and it became a hit.
Color Him Father went on to find huge success, hitting #2 on the R&B charts and #7 nationally, and also earned the Winstons a Grammy for Best R&B Song in 1970. But for the Winstons, the story ended there. The band split soon after.
Everybody wanted to do different things. Basically, we were just fucking scared of success.
As the 1970s...
It happens, you know. And sometimes you can't blame them being scared, you know. Success is a gift and a curse, you know.
70s rolled in. A new sound was rising from the parks and block parties of the Bronx. Hip-hop. DJs were busy searching for the best drum breaks. But somehow, one of the greatest was still hiding on the B-side of a dusty 45. Nobody was playing it, or at least nobody we can be sure of. It wasn't until the mid-80s that Amen Brother re-entered into the conversation. And that was thanks to two men, Breakbeat Lou and Lenny Roberts. Together they began compiling the now legendary series Ultimate Breaks and Beats.
Dream. It's a video about that too. He has one. If I have his channel up, he has a video about that too. About he has a video about the face. I might have checked that out. I might check that out next. Let me see if it's in order of it. If so, if not, yeah, it's on there later on. I might check that out next. Be honest. Yeah. Okay. Let's keep going.
filled with rare funk, soul, and disco records, packed with clean, loopable drum breaks.
My role mainly was to help him select the records, and then I started becoming the editor and the recording engineer for these particular records.
And the version of Amen Brother that they included, it was pressed at 33 RPM, giving the drums a slightly slower, heavier feel than the original 45 pressing. Whether by accident or design, it made the break even more irresistible to producers. In 1986, the Amen break appeared on the first volume of the series. And no one could have guessed it at the time, but that was a decision that would change everything.
The drum break is probably one of the most organic, larger-than-life, big presence style of drums. The way the drums are tuned, the way they are played, the way the hi-hat is going is real soft but real rhythmic, and the way the kick is hit is hard, the snare is snapping in your face. There's so many depths to this particular track. There's nothing else like it.
For producers, DJs, and sample hunters, it was a revelation. A 6-second drum fill suddenly back in circulation, ready to be chopped, looped, and reimagined. By the mid-80s, the tools of hip-hop were evolving fast. And up until that point, DJs had looped drum breaks live on turntables, spinning records back and forth to keep the groove going. But then a new invention changed everything: the sampler. These machines gave producers the ability to record a break, chop it up, and replay it however they liked, all without needing 2 copies of a record or perfect timing. And one of the first people to realise what a sampler could really do was Marley Marl, a pioneering producer from Queens who helped shape the hip-hop golden era.
I was at a session, I was going to get something off the track to sample, and the snare actually recorded first before the sound that I was looking for. Now I started playing my sampler against the track that was coming through the speakers. I looked at him, I said, "Wow, do you know what just happened?" And he's like, "Yeah, I made a mistake and sampled the snare." I was like, "No, this means I could take any drum sound from any pre-existing record, like funky drummer, snare," because sampling first started out as mere bits of sound.
It was Marley who went on to inspire Herbie Love Buggers All. He introduced him to the Electro Harmonics instant replay sampler, sparking the idea to sample and slow down the Amen break, and to use that to build the beat for I Desire for Song.
Wait a minute, I want y'all to hear why rap is not a joke.
That's right, they did use before the well-known one was used. Okay.
It's a for real. Others try to imitate, but none has come near.
It marked the first time that the Amen break was used for a major label hip-hop release. And from that moment on, the floodgates opened. Samplers were improving fast, and producers now had the tools to reshape the break however they wanted. Suddenly, you started to hear it everywhere.
Yup, King of Beats, yup. Oh, okay, this too, yeah. Okay, 2 lines, screw, okay. He spells screw robot, get left slide.
It became the backbone of some of the hardest tracks of late 80s hip-hop, and it was only just getting started. Now, if you fancy flipping the Amen break yourself but want some melodic samples to build around it, all of our sample packs are now buy one, get one
check it
free.
out.
Perfect for that soulful vintage.
Check it out. It's worth it. I never bought one yet, but the sample, the free sample I got from Sign Up is worth it.
Inspired sound. And you can check out the previews and grab those on the link below. While hip-hop was growing in the US, producers in the UK were heading in a completely different direction. They were still pulling from the same craze, but instead of looping funk breaks over rap verses, they were blending them with house, rave, and sound system culture. And breakbeats started showing up in rave tracks, pitched up, layered over 4-to-the-floor kicks, and chopped to match the energy of the dance floor.
Bass.
Really, the UK breakbeat rave scene come off of the back of the US hip-hop thing. It was just so nice to slam in a heavy breakbeat on top of those house beats. Just give it that extra sort of energy.
Right at the centre of it was, you guessed it, the Amen break.
The first ever jungle tune that I can remember is a track called We Are E, which had a real 4-to-the-floor kind of housey intro. Halfway through, they threw the Amen break in, and for me personally, it started the whole jungle thing.
Released in 1991 by Lenny the Ice, We Are IE is widely seen as one of the first jungle tracks.
Wait a second. I think, let me see. I think that's one. Now I'm like low key want to add videos. I ain't plan on that as one thing. DJ Mag, is it, if that's, because I heard it was a House Jungle track on there. Is that the one? No, it's not. Okay. Let me see. I do gotta hop on it. What was it? No. Is that no? It's another one. There's another jungle joint anthem, not that one. Okay, either way, still, it's not that one. Is it? Is it Lenny? No, it's another one. Okay, so anyway, it's
We
okay.
Are IE is widely seen as one of the first.
I might have to check
tracks.
it. I might add that other jungle stuff as a possible check out too.
It brought the aim and break out of hip hop and hardcore and introduced it into something new. A fusion of breakbeats, sub bass, and sound system energy. It laid the groundwork for a genre that didn't even have a name yet. And as samplers became more accessible, producers pushed the amen even further, slicing it up, pitching it, and bending it into wild new forms.
I don't know if the music would even exist without it.
With the amen in heavy rotation, DJs started to blend the line between house, hardcore, and hip hop, often playing tracks at the wrong speed just to see what happened. By the early 90s, the breakbeat side of rave was splintering into something of its own.
I think any budding producer who just starts to produce and he wants to make jungle, one of the first things they do is find
It's cool to see that this would not only be beyond, not just hip hop, beyond hip hop with the dance music scene as well too, especially with the jungle scene. Wow.
break, speed it up, and they're like, wow, I'm making jungle, because it's so synonymous with that.
The Amen wasn't just a sample anymore, it was the DNA of a whole new sound. And as the 90s rolled on, jungle didn't fade, it morphed. As tempos rose and rhythms got tighter, drum and bass took shape.
Yep.
Slicker, sharper.
I figured like one way drum, because I'm about to say drum and bass was it too. Oh, so drum and bass literally started from jungle. Wow. Good little history lesson right there, man.
Still rooted in the Amen. Producers like Goldie.
He's one of the two.
Dillinger. Photek.
Now I'm about to add.
All flipped it in their own way. From raw aggression to surgical precision. It became a kind of rite of passage. How will you flip that Amen?
Glad I watched this now. I'm going to add more to check out for my DJ man. I haven't watched my Jiggy Band video in a while. And a lot of y'all been liking my reactions as well too. So yeah.
The Amen break became one of the most iconic sounds in modern music. But the people behind it, they got nothing.
Yeah,
Richard L. Spencer wrote Amen Brother. He arranged the break. He brought the band together. And G.C. Coleman, the drummer who played those 6 seconds, nailed it in one take. But neither of them were ever paid. No royalties, no licensing deals, not even a thank you.
I didn't receive a dime for this, you know. I mean, it's my piece. It's my copyrighted piece. It's mine. And everybody's making money off except me.
They watched the break turn up in rap records, jungle anthems, video games, TV ads, even blockbuster shows like Futurama, sampled by huge artists like NWA, Slipknot, Bowie. But while the sample traveled the world, G.C. Coleman passed away in poverty, and Richard in the end died without ever seeing a penny from the track he helped create.
I just got robbed, man, just big time. But that's not unusual for black artists during my period. I feel flattered. An idea of mine was part of that whole hip-hop era, but I got nothing out of it. Not one fucking thing.
It's one of the most sampled sounds in history, but the people who made it never saw a cent. The Amen break outlived the band, the label, and even the format it was pressed on. It became something bigger than any of them could have ever imagined. Not many can say they helped shape entire genres, let alone with 6 seconds.
Alright, there you go. Dag, good story, but it's sad ending right there to it. Dag, in a way. But other than that, definitely a cool video from L Train, man. Another cool video, man, for real. Now I gotta check out the breakbeat one as well too. Other than that, if you like my reaction on this, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's your boy T-Bird signing off. One love.